yellow stains that are not just unsightly, they're a sign that your water quality might be causing damage to your home. Now, yes, we're not just talking about pee, right? We're talking about stains that you see on a regular basis. Yes, I've done a video similar to this, and people always are like, don't they mean that they just didn't flush the toilet? Well, pro tip, if your urine is yellow, you're not drinking enough water. Now, many people struggle with these stubborn stains and often believing that they're just part of hard water. However, no, they can be a sign of something else. But what if I told you ignoring these stains could lead to costly plumbing repairs and even health issues? Let's dive into the root cause of the problem and see how you can eliminate these stains for good. Now, I've got here behind me, as you know, I love my cartoon or my little stuffed animal, the water droplet. And I am passionate about actually teaching everybody with a water droplet. And why is that? Because the water droplet's very easy for you to understand. Now, the water droplet is simple because when we're dealing with different issues that you have with your water, you have to think about the fact that the water is actually the most natural solvent in the world, right? It actually cleans. It's really not the bleach. I mean, we've been programmed. Yes, programmed by our society, by advertisers that, oh my God, you need chemicals to clean things. No, you really just need water, right? You don't need that much soap. You don't need bleach. You don't need pine salt as much as you might think you do. Water is the most natural solvent in the world. I always say to people, take a look what happened to the Grand Canyon, and it did that with rock, right? It dug away at rock. The rock attaches to the water droplet, and then the water takes it away. So now, if you want to really think about that, that same thing can happen with the yellow stains, what that could be causing that. There's two organics in the Earth's crust that could be causing it depending on where you live. Number one, iron. Iron is the most common element in the Earth's crust, whether you're getting your water from city or a private well. Iron is the number one contaminant or organic in the Earth's crust. So iron is just like my hand, man. It just attaches itself to the water droplet and travels through the plumbing, and guess what? It gets to a white toilet, as you saw in there, and guess what? It pops off and it stains your toilet. Also, as it just sits in the bowl, some people are like, well, what happens if it just, why do I get a yellow tint to the water? I know it's in the water. Well, sure, water is sitting, and what's it sitting against? Not just that white bowl, but that porcelain, but also air, right? And what happens with air? It oxidizes. Oxidizes mean that it actually pops that iron molecule off, and so now it's swirling next to that water droplet, and you're getting that coloring that you now see. So iron is the number one organic in the Earth's crust, and for most of you, that's probably the main cause of why you're getting iron staining or yellow toilet stains. Now, if you like this video, by the way, because it is very common to get the different colors in your toilet that's not from human waste, please share this with your friends and family. In fact, I love to say the line, hey, if you have 3 people that you love and care for that could benefit from healthy, clean water, could you share the video, right? So we'd love it. Subscribe, like, we'd love all that. We really appreciate that because that's how we help promote this and actually help people become more aware of how water is imperative to save your family money and to be able to improve your health. And by the way, if we talk about just saving money, if you're taking that iron off the water droplet before it goes into the home, why is that so important? Well, you're going to see that we have pictures of plumbing pipe that actually gets clogged from iron. So buildup over time will clog the plumbing pipes. Now you have to rip out the pipes, or you have to have a plumber to do that, so that's costly. Staining the toilet. Once it's stained, it's very hard to get it out. In many cases, you can't even use the chemicals like iron out or bleach or any other products to get it out. By the way, pro tip, if you're on a well, that's a no-no, because your sewage goes outside, gets into a septic tank, which is going to your septic field, and that chemical kills the bacteria you want in the septic system because it's digesting the solids, the paper products in the solids. So pro tip, On well water, you don't want to use nasty chemicals. Well, other pro tip, if you're on city water, you really don't want to use it either. Why? Because so many more communities are moving to recycling water. Even if you live in the Great Lakes region, what happens there? Well, everyone's like, no, 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 the water goes down Chicago River and then goes out down to the Mississippi. Yes, then St. Louis and other cities are drinking that, getting that water. Oh, I don't care about them. Well, let's go back to what's going on in Chicago. I mean, we can truly measure that we have hormones in our water supply. Well, how'd that get there? Well, I'll give you a quick example. In the city of Chicago, 1 inch of rainfall produces 17 billion gallons of raw sewage that backs up and gets into Lake Michigan. So your nasty chemicals, bleach products, and all those other things are actually getting into the water supply, which then you could possibly be drinking as well. So I implore you to consider that, hey, listen, let's reduce those chemical compounds and find a water filter company that can help you take that iron off the water droplet. So iron, again, number one that can cause problems to your plumbing system. And the chemicals that you use could actually negatively affect your health. By the way, iron out, which a lot of people use to clean it, is highly toxic. Oh my God, you inhale that stuff, it's extremely toxic. So you really don't want to be very, very careful when using those chemicals. And I mean, just imagine inhaling those or touching them. Most people aren't using gloves when I talk to them, and that's like, oh my God, no, iron out is extraordinarily toxic. So pro tip, please read the side, please wear a mask, please wear gloves if you're going to continue to use that. Next one is tannins. What is tannins? Tannins happens in many communities because when they're acquiring this beautiful water droplet from under the earth, and imagine this is the earth, well, what's happening is cities drill their wells through the earth's crust, and if the tree roots have actually gotten down into that same aquifer, those tree roots actually stain the water yellow. So we have many communities, many private wells that actually have a yellow tint to the water. That does require a special type of water softener to get that tannin out. It is really staining it. There isn't a filter that can rip that off. And in fact, I can't even use an oxidant to oxidize that off. It requires a special water softener filter material to actually attract that iron or that iron stain, or that, excuse me, not iron, but tannin off of the water droplet. So it is a little complicated. If you need a little help on that, always reach out to us. But tannins come from tree roots. Again, it's staining the water that's in the aquifer. Your well or your city is drawing that water up out of the ground, and then it's coming into your home, and you need to be able to get rid of that. We have communities in Florida that actually have, like Fort Lauderdale area, Boca Raton area. Yes, those areas actually have tannins on their city water supply, and adding the chlorine to the water isn't going to help. Lastly, one of the side notes too is some cities add so much chlorine, and usually it's at such a high level, it's over the EPA standard, that the water does turn a little yellow with that as well. All of these can be fixed with different types of filters. They do vary depending upon how much iron you have, or how much tannins you have, or how much chlorine you have. Your professional that can help you out with that, your professional water filtration company can help you out with that. Again, it starts with water testing. Test the water, find out how many parts per million of iron, parts per million of tannins, or parts per million of chlorine that's in your water. And with that data, you become an educated consumer. And as you know, I'm truly passionate about trying to educate all of you so that you can help take care of your family. Now, again, let's just go repeat this now. You can save money because you're going to use less chemicals. It's going to cause less problems to the home, less wear and tear on the home, possibly stop the clogging of the plumbing pipes. I can't even tell you how many people come to me and they're like, I had this white clothing, and oh my God, it was every time I'm actually having to go to the dry cleaner to get it dry cleaned. All those things keep adding up, and it's just sort of like, oh, I don't know, you grab your wallet and it's just $1 here, $20 there, $30 there. Then all of a sudden, one day, wham, you got a water heater that's broken. That's $2,000. Or you got to replace plumbing pipes in your house. That's $25,000. Or the shower stall and the tile, it's all stained. How much could that be? I don't know, a new bathroom remodel, $10,000, $15,000. So there's a lot of costs that are involved if you're not filtering that yellow, that iron, the tannin, or anything out of that water that's actually causing you some issues. So I hope that this helps you, because as you know, I really want to be able to help you and your family become more healthy and save money. I hope this video has done that for you today. As you know, my name is Drew, and I'm here to serve you.